love this.
Survivor on the Summit, new Wednesday starting at 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Things look pretty tranquil for tonight, and temperatures will be in the 30s and 40s. How are things to look for the upcoming weekend? We'll let you know tonight.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Kamala Harris continues her campaign with another trip to Michigan today, while Trump focuses on North Carolina. Plus, more funding for Michigan to increase manufacturing in the state. We'll tell you how much and why leaders believe it will lead to a cleaner future for energy. And October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Sarah Blakely tells us why it's important for women to check themselves early. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Looks like the winds will be picking up nicely here for Marquette. Rather chilly. Downtown Marquette probably a little warmer than that 38, but we'll be getting into the mid to upper 60s later on in the afternoon. You can see steady winds here, getting up to 25 steady, may gust up to 35 at times during the afternoon. Maybe a few more clouds as well, and we'll keep the windy conditions into Saturday night, probably Sunday as well. As high temperatures around the area get close to 70 degrees. Stay tuned. We have more coming up later in the show. Kevin?
Thanks, Tom. Vice President Kamala Harris rallied supporters in Michigan today as former President Donald Trump toured storm damage from Helene in Georgia before heading to a town hall in North Carolina. The presidential election is a little more than just a month away. Willie James Inman reports from Washington.
With just 32 days to the presidential election, Vice President Kamala Harris made 2 campaign stops in Michigan, a crucial battleground state.
We are the underdog, and we know we have some hard work ahead. But here's the thing about us, we like hard work.
Earlier in Detroit, the vice president touted the new jobs report, which shows the economy gained more than 250,000 jobs in September.
There's still more work we need to do. Prices for everyday things like groceries are still too high.
Harris's Republican opponent, former President Donald Trump, held a town hall event in North Carolina and made his second visit to hurricane-ravaged Georgia in a week.
There's so many people missing. I've never seen anything where the numbers are so large.
Trump appeared side by side with Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, whom he pressured to overturn the 2020 election results in his state.
We work together. We've always worked together very well.
The fence mending comes amid renewed concern about the November election, with President Biden issuing this warning Friday.
I'm confident it'll be free and fair. I don't know whether it will be peaceful.
The Republican presidential nominee had this to say.
I only can hope that it's going to be free and fair, and I think in this state it will be, and I hope in every state it will be, and I think we're going to do very well.
The former president is set to hold a rally Saturday in Butler, Pennsylvania, the very same site where he survived an assassination attempt in July. Harris will be in North Carolina to survey hurricane damage.
The Harris-Walz campaign announced that former President Obama will soon be hitting the campaign trail for the vice president. He'll be crisscrossing the country over the final 27 days of the race beginning Thursday in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre held a press conference today. She was joined by President Biden. During his remarks, he touted the deal to end the port workers' strike and the results from the latest jobs report.
My name's Joe Biden. The past 2 days we've gotten some very good news about the American economy. Just yesterday, shipping carriers, after some discussion, and the International Longshoremen Union came to an agreement to keep the ports in the East Coast and the Gulf ports open. We averted what could have become a major crisis for the country, and a tentative agreement which includes record wage increases for dock workers and shows the importance of collective bargaining and represents, I think, critical progress toward a strong contract.
Biden also answered questions from reporters on Israel's expected response to Iran's attack and on the upcoming presidential election. Nearly $500 million worth of state and federal money is going to Michigan-based projects that reshore manufacturing. The state has awarded 3 projects matching funds to supplement grants from the U.S. Department of Energy. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more on how those funds will contribute to national economic and energy goals.
The Biden-Harris administration has had an emphasis on bringing more manufacturing back to the U.S. But as we prepare to make the transition to cleaner energy, the critical minerals needed are still mostly mined and processed overseas.
How do we shift towards a balance that is more stable?
That's where Governor Whitmer's Battery and Advanced Manufacturing Challenge comes into play.
What this is all about is bringing industries that, for whatever reason, have begun to move overseas back home, as we recognize just how important it is to have resilient domestic supply chains.
With federal dollars available for manufacturing and recycling projects that process battery-grade critical minerals and components, the challenge offers even more funding to companies receiving federal grants when they choose to locate in Michigan.
Our project would not happen if it weren't for the federal and the state funding. And I got here and I was totally shocked at the support that was available.
The largest recipient is Revex Technologies, a Houghton and Marquette-based project set to receive nearly $200 million. Working with Eagle Mine, the project will use nickel waste tailings to create battery-grade materials.
We think about the electrified transition. This is a, really, and we define it as such, a critical mineral for our U.S. energy transition.
The DOE says the challenge has made Michigan a leader when it comes to bringing manufacturing back to the U.S., boosting the technological advancements that will be important for a stable transition to clean energy. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
This week, 21 Delta County professionals completed a 9-month training program to help them become better leaders. Delta Force focuses on different aspects of the community each month, concluding yesterday with Media Day. Participants learned about advertising, branding, and presenting from the Daily Press and Radio Results Network. Then our own Lily Simmons interviewed each one about why they would encourage other professionals to apply for Delta Force.
When you think you know everything, you definitely don't. And so just go on out there and take a chance and go to these things. And there may be a day that is applicable to what you know in the past, but 7 of them are going to be something that you know less about than you think you do. And it's just a great thing to be able to go out and experience.
Delta Force participants will graduate from the program at the annual Delta County Chamber of Commerce dinner on October 10th. And October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. According to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, about 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will be diagnosed at some point in their life. WZMQ's Sarah Blakely tells us what women should be looking for to spot it early.
This year, approximately 42,000 women will die from breast cancer. Early detection is key for beginning treatment.
Finding something small, even though it may be cancer, it's going to make the treatment process a lot of times a lot more straightforward.
Dr. Cecilia Strode, a board-certified breast surgeon at Aspirus Breast Care Specialist, says there's great benefit in finding even a small lump sooner than later. A mass may be as small as 3 to 4 millimeters, smaller than a pea. While we may think of a lump as the telltale sign, Dr. Strode says breast cancer may also manifest as asymmetry.
And I see patients sometimes that come in with a pretty significant texture difference, but there isn't a mass per se. And they, get the idea that that's okay then because there isn't a mass, but texture difference is significant as well.
According to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, the 5-year survival rate of early-stage breast cancer that has not metastasized is 99%, and women who receive regular screenings have a 26% lower breast cancer death rate than women who do not.
So the risk assessment process involves many different things, breast density, and then there's family history. Sometimes we do genetic testing, and then a review of modifiable risk factors, which are lifestyle related.
Those lifestyle changes include eating a healthy diet. Also, getting exercise and reducing alcohol intake can lead to an overall healthier lifestyle and lower your risk for breast cancer. Sarah Blakely, WZMQ 19 News.
According to the CDC, about 1 in 100 men are also diagnosed with breast cancer. Your first morning weather forecast is coming up after the break. Plus, it's Platter Day in the UP. We'll check out how they celebrated in Houghton today. And we'll do the same in Escanaba, where people flock to a local brewery for the occasion. We're back in 2 minutes.
John's Auto has been voted the #1 dealer to buy pre-owned vehicle for longer than I've been alive. If you're looking for a vehicle, or if you're looking for someone to help with your current car, or if you need to get yours looking like new again, come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Tonight,
young people are nervous about the 2024 election. Am I young?
Colbert's got Rachel Maddow tonight on CBS.
Another thrilling week to play football. The NFL on CBS. Catch all of the action this week on WZMQ 19. At 1, the Baltimore Ravens take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And at 4:25, the Packers are on the road taking on the LA Rams. See you this Sunday for the NFL on WZMQ 19.
The sun is out, won't go away. Feel the clouds on your shoulder. Touch the sky, feeling bolder. Going up, going out, going all the way. Going high, yeah, yeah, high, yeah, yeah. Going up, going out, going all the way. Going high, going all the way. Going up, going all the way. Going up, going all the way. Going high.
Give your old items new life. Donate to your local Goodwill.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News.
Is your parents' car sounding funny? Do you hear any clunks, rattles, squeaks, or leaks? Tell them to call John's Auto Service Department for fast, friendly, and affordable service. Come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
The headlines here are looking at some chilly conditions for tonight with some calm winds for the remainder of the night. You might be able to see the northern lights if you look far toward the north later tonight. No guarantees on that. The better shot will be farther north. In the meantime, we're going to have a lot of wind as we head on toward the weekend. Wind gusts getting close to that 30-mile-an-hour range at times. Most of the rain falls Saturday night and probably will linger into Sunday morning, but Sunday does look chilly and hopefully we'll get a little sun in here. Now, tomorrow night, unfortunately, we won't have the clear skies like tonight, but if it clears out late tonight, you may have a little better chance of seeing the northern lights. The atmosphere, the geometric storms, and all the ionization looks better for Saturday night. The best chances of seeing them still north of the Upper Peninsula here. Here's Upper Peninsula. And southern Canada out toward James Bay, Hudson Bay, good chance of seeing the northern lights. But UP here is still within the realm if you look toward the north, and if it clears out late Saturday night, you just might be able to see those northern lights, and would be nice. So hopefully Mother Nature will be kind to us. Being kind tonight, too bad we didn't have that kind of good storminess tonight from a molecular standpoint there. We'll keep it clear. But keep your eyes to the sky off toward the north. Mother Nature, not just here on Earth, but in the universe, can sometimes play tricks on us there. Maybe it'll give us some good stuff here. Saturday looking good. A few clouds come in late in the day. And unfortunately, we do have a front going through for much of Saturday night. But notice after 3, 4 o'clock, we may get some clearing here. Maybe this window could be a good opportunity to look north and see those possible northern lights. But otherwise, maybe a few leftover showers here on Sunday that will end for late in the day. And the winds, again, not too bad for tonight. And notice how they pick up here by Saturday and really kick into gear for Saturday afternoon. Into Sunday. Looks like we'll have another batch here, especially on the shores of Lake Superior there, where some gusts could hit, again, 30 to 35 miles an hour. So temperatures tonight dropping 40s near the lake shores, 30s away from the lake overall, and high temperatures tomorrow. Try to get to 70 degrees perhaps with a decent amount of sunshine. A beautiful October day, but again, a lot of wind out there, so we'll be ready for those gusty winds. And we'll keep the gusty winds again as we head on towards Sunday with temperatures at best mid-50s here. It's definitely a chilly one. Try to get some sun for the afternoon. Chilly start to the early part of next week, but temperatures should warm up to the mid to upper 60s by Thursday and into Friday.
All right, thanks, Tom. The competition for the largest gathering of plaid-clad persons is really heating up. Houghton has participated for only 2 years and seems to draw the biggest crowds. Our John Truitt was in the Keweenaw area today and has this report.
There was plaid of all kinds today at Houghton's Platter Day celebration. Nearly 1,000 people glad to wear plaid showed up for the annual photo at the Houghton High School football field. People came from great distances to be a part of this unique event. Jake Baining came from Wisconsin to show off his dad plaid.
Nice to get together with a bunch of people who really understand fashion and get to show it off one day out of the year. We love the city. We drive it's about 4-hour drive here to celebrate Platter Day and, enjoy the rest of the sights around the area.
Jesse Wiederhold from Visit Keweenaw says no records were broken today, as both Marquette and Ironwood saw less plaid-clad people this year than last.
So this year we did have a slightly smaller turnout, but we still had over 900 people, almost 1,000 folks come down to the high school today for their plaid picture.
There were pairs of plaid, dad and lad plaid, traditional black and red buffalo plaid, all purchased from their favorite purveyor of plaid. This was also a celebration of all things UP. And for Gail Ross, it was a chance to see old friends.
Today was fantastic. There was a ton of us, a ton of people that I knew, friends that I haven't seen for a long time. So it was kind of fun just standing in one spot, being part of something special.
New this year is Brew Street, a beer festival on the waterfront that honors the local breweries of the past. And so another Platter Day is in the books. But always remember, the higher the latitude, the greater the platitude. In Houghton, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Marquette is also getting in on the Platter Day fun. Over 100 Marquette residents gathered at South Beach for their own Platter Day photo. This is the 9th annual Marquette Platter Day photo, and the event's founder says in those years the holiday has only grown in popularity around the area. Even though there aren't as many people celebrating Platter Day in Marquette as there are in Houghton or Ironwood, these folks were determined to have just as much fun. Official Platter Day counts and other pictures should be available by tomorrow. Tonight, a Delta County brewery brought the community together to celebrate Platter Day in style. Escanaba's Upper Hand Brewery hosted its annual Platter Day party with all of its fan favorite beverages on tap. Attendees wore their best flannels to enjoy live music, food from the Brisket Barn, and s'mores by the bonfire. While a large group of Upers were in attendance, the party even drew attendees from Central Michigan who were visiting the UP to see the fall colors.
We pick the first week in October every year to come to the UP, whether it's Copper Harbor, Munising, or Manistee. My lovely wife said if we go up for the whole week, I'll take you over to Escanaba to Upper Hand Brewery because I love their beer.
Some attendees said Platter Day at Upper Hand Brewery was the perfect way to ring in the autumn season. Coming up next, Mike has all of your high school football highlights. We're starting off with Escanaba taking on Marquette. We'll be right back after this.
Tonight, young people are nervous about the 2024 election. Am I young?
Colbert's got Rachel Maddow tonight on CBS.
Kamala Harris pushed the far-left Green New Deal. That means huge new taxes, increased utility bills, and banning gas cars.
That's why I am committed to passing a Green New Deal and finally putting an end to fracking once and for all.
Kamala just don't give a frack.
Kamala's fracking ban would kill jobs and raise gas prices. Kamala doesn't give a frack about you. Only President Trump will bring back Trump's strong economy.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Get an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. Design your door your way with our free step-by-step design program. Or choose from our great in-stock selection. This exterior door is $279.99 after rebate. Let the fresh autumn air in with a Larson Storm Door. Larson Larson split view storm doors feature a retractable screen when not in use. Get a Prairie View split view storm door for only $274.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
25 years of fun, and you're invited. It's the silver anniversary of the Downtown Marquette Farmers Market. Come celebrate with us every Saturday morning at the Marquette Commons. From 9 to 1, you'll find a wide variety of local foods, produce, art, and so much more. Plus, the Wednesday night farmers market on the 100 block of West Washington Street is back from 5 to 8. For more information, visit mqtfarmersmarket.com. The Farmers Market is presented by the Marquette TDA and sponsored by Flagstar Bank and WZMQ 19.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law. How to raise children. Get out of here!
Door tap.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
See what's bothering Archie on All in the Family.
Sundays from 8 to 10 on WZMQ Me TV.
Good evening, everyone. The Marquette Sentinels have had 2 extreme weeks. They lost to Lowell in the Lower Peninsula 61-14 2 weeks ago, then cruised past Sault Ste. Marie 49-0 last Friday. Marquette celebrates homecoming against Escanaba. And Marquette received the opening kickoff and went right to work with a big crowd on hand. Few plays into the drive, handoff to Drew Bradley, and I think a homecoming float could have made it through that hole. 58 yards into the end zone, Sentinels take a 7-0 lead. Now Escanaba's first drive started reasonably well, picked up a first down until quarterback Nolan Bink goes back to pass, and he's going to be intercepted by Sawyer Johnson. And that puts Marquette in pretty darn good field position. Marquette moves the ball inside the Eskimos' 5-yard line when Drew Bradley scores his second touchdown of the quarter. Sentinels had a 14-0 advantage. Next Escanaba drive, again, it starts pretty well. Nolan Bink will go back and complete a pass to Graham Johnson. That will be good for a first down. But the Eskimos had a 4th and 5 on the Sentinels 39. The snap was not the best. Jackson Rector made sure the play didn't work at all. Marquette takes over. Move to the second quarter. Marquette faced a 4th and 4 in the Eskimos 15. Chase Nemi doesn't quite get there, fumbles the football. Keegan Braun recovers for the orange and black. Now Escanaba will get into Marquette territory on this play. Nolan Bink avoids the rush and heads toward the sideline. And in the words of cartoon character Yosemite Sam, retreat! Missed me, thank you. A short time later, Bink will connect with Javon Stevenson on a pass, and Zach Leonard just absolutely tattoos him. He had a couple of good hits in the second quarter. Escanaba turned the ball over on downs. Then Marquette digs into its playbook. Ford Richardson, fake, Jacob McPhee, Kyler Sager finds the quarterback, Richardson downfield, makes a couple of good moves, gets the ball inside the 5-yard line, down to about the 3. Bradley scored on the next play, and Marquette led 21-0 at the half. In case you want to know, Jackson Rector and Jocelyn Ruzon were the homecoming king and queen, and both teams scored a touchdown in the second half, so Marquette is your winner, 28-7. Meanwhile, let's go to Gladstone, where the Menominee Maroons were at it again against the Braves. Tanner Terkoff breaks a couple tackles on his way to the end zone, and a 21-0 lead for Menominee. Gladstone's turn. Quarterback Austin Pepin finds Vince D'Agostino with this pass, about 2nd and 20, and looks like he was able to get the first down. Menominee's offense, though, doesn't sit idle for very long. Tanner Terkoff sees Blake Posh down the sideline. That's a TD. Menominee took a 35-7 lead into the half. Pepin will be sacked by Posh. The fumble will be recovered by Nathan Nelson. And Menominee would find another touchdown. Dawson Bardowski catches the pass from Terkoff. Maroons keep right on rolling, taking this one 49-7. On the 11-player scoreboard, Kingsford over Hancock 50-8. Calumet blanks Houghton 29-0. Negaunee no trouble with Westwood 46-6. Manistee over West Iron County 33-0. Barker over Harris breezes past Lance 54-0. Iron Mountain picks up a 1-0 forfeit over Gwynn. Also, Petoskey drops Cadillac 42-18. And Gaylord blanks Alpena 51-0. 8-player Football, third-ranked Musing entertaining fourth-ranked Norway. First Norway drive, and it's a case of the boys band in sync because Kolby finds Owen By, and it's bye to the NN zone. A two-point conversion is good, and the Knights with an 8-0 lead. Now, Munising had several good plays on its first possession. Carson Kinnitz to Jack DeSalt on the end around. He's going to stick the ball over the plank, 9 yards on the touchdown. We're tied at 8, less than 4 minutes into the first quarter. First play of the second quarter. The Knights are galloping toward the end zone. Owen By gets the direct snap, trust us, and he goes 30 yards for his second score of the game. 16-8 Norway. The scoring stopped there for a while, but picked up in the second half, and Norway is your winner, 40-28. On the 8-player scoreboard, Pickford, another dominating victory, 44-14 over Newberry. Ontonagon 32, Ironwood 20. North Dickinson spoils Stevenson's homecoming, 52-0. Rapid River over Mid-Peninsula, 70-8. Rudyard gets past St. Ignace, 45-28. And it was Cedarville Detour, blanking Engadine, 40-0. Gliac Volleyball, let's go to Michigan Tech, where the Huskies were taking on Lake Superior State this evening. And maybe not. Nope. Okay. Tell me where to go next. Michigan Tech won the match, by the way, 3-0. If we can go to the next scoreboard, that would be good because NMU defeated Saginaw Valley State 3-1. Jacqueline Smith had 16 kills, now has 1,656 for her career. She is less than 10 of breaking the all-time mark by Andrea Gomans. And in high school volleyball, it was Dollar Bay defeating Chassell 3-1. Macy Jurgensen had 13 assists and 12 digs for the Blue Bolts. We have the volleyball now from Michigan Tech. Please, please, please. We'll go right to it. First set after a long point. Casey Myers of the Huskies will hit the ball just a little bit long, and the Lakers take a 12-11 lead. Apparently that did not impress the fans. Huskies respond. Freshman Paige Wagner with a service ace. That tied the score at 13. Lake State with a comeback here. Morgan Deming with the kill off the set from Vanessa Swerden. And the set went back and forth. Gia Walters of the Lakers will be rejected by the Huskies' Tess Hayes. Tech is up 20-16. They won the first set and the other two, or the final two, by the score. So it made it 3-0 Huskies. Turning to soccer, how about NMU and Ferris State women? They met on the pitch this afternoon, right on the shores of Lake Superior. Pick it up about 8 minutes into the contest. Justine Lesperance gets the ball to Molly Pistorius on the cross. Bounces past a couple teammates, no problem, puts that one in. Wildcats with a 1-0 lead. We go to less than 10 minutes in the half. Brooke Pietola with the long ball to Justina Lesperance for her 4th goal of the year. And that would be good news for the captain, Brooke Pietola. A goal and an assist, surpassing Rachel Valders to become the program leader in career assists with 23. NMU wins this one 3-0. Also, we had Michigan Tech falling to Saginaw Valley State. That score was 1-0. Couple other quick notes. Former Detroit Lions quarterback Greg Landry has died at the age of 77. He played from 1968 through 78. College hockey, MSU 2, Lake Superior State 1 in overtime. And Tom Izzo's basketball jersey will be retired by NMU next weekend. We'll be right back.
Dear Beacon House family, I cannot thank you enough for all that you have done for us. I came here terrified as my daughter was really sick and in a coma. You embraced me in a hug when I needed it. I have never experienced the type of fear I have this past week, and this price brought me comfort when I needed it most. I am beyond happy to say that my daughter is out of a coma, expected to be released today, Wednesday. Thank you doesn't quite seem enough to truly let you know how much this meant to me. Thank you for giving me a place to rest my head at the end of each day.
This has been a public service message from WZMQ. Everyone loves the Great Lakes. They make you feel like dancing. A great place to celebrate is at the Marquette Maritime Museum. But your help is still needed. The new museum roof is now in place, but fundraising to pay for it continues. So kick up your heels and help by donating today. Simply go to WZMQ19.com and hit the Raise the Roof link. A public service message from the New Attitude Stand Studios, the Marquette Maritime Museum, and WZMQ 19.
Checking things out tonight here for the Upper Peninsula. We're going to have mostly clear skies overall, fairly tranquil conditions, light winds. Temperatures closer toward the lake shores. You can see well into the 40s. Once you get away from the lakes, though, looks like we'll have some 30s interior. Watch for some areas of fog as well. And for tomorrow, good-looking day. A lot of sunshine here. Notice some wind barbs here, some pretty good wind expected at some of our sites where we could get gusts over 30 to 35 miles an hour, particularly along the shores of Lake Superior later in the afternoon. But temperatures, hey, not bad for October. Upper 60s, maybe even the lower 70s for some of you. We're going to keep a pretty good breeze as well on Sunday, maybe not quite as strong as Saturday, but still up there. Early showers, try to get some sun for the afternoon. Nice start to Monday and Tuesday, albeit on the cold side, but temperatures warm up toward the end of next week. Kevin?
Thanks, Tom. And finally tonight, a husband and wife in Australia have been reunited with their long-lost video of their wedding after it was found by chance 57 years later. 77-year-olds Bill and Eileen Turnbull, who married in Scotland in 1967, accidentally left their film in a projector they borrowed to watch the ceremony after they tied the knot. It's now turned up more than half a century later after a Scottish man transferred the film to DVD and posted an image from it on social media. It took 6 months, but Eileen eventually stumbled across it on Facebook and instantly recognized the bride and groom.
I just couldn't believe it. What struck me was the fact that it wasn't just like a photograph. I could see my parents, Bill's grandmother and grandfather. But to keep pausing it to look at people, it was just unbelievable.
And that's a great story there, and that's how we'll leave you. We'll see you on Monday.
I'm supported by generations of women before me, who've spent centuries fighting for our rights. But Carl Bonac is supported by radical groups that would restore the 1931 abortion ban, rolling back the clock, criminalizing abortions, taking away